So let us start with the PN junction diode. This is our module 1 actually. So now earlier classes we studied about the basic introduction about the electronics. Then before studying the PN junction diode, so as we said, we are having the materials, if I say, like the conductors, insulators, and semiconductors will be there. Like the semiconductors will fall between the conductor as well as the insulator, in the sense it will conduct, is partially it act as a insulator. The examples for semiconductor materials are, the example is the silicon, germanium, some examples, okay, silicon and germanium. Why the silicon is preferred in semiconductor? Because it's like the silicon among the semiconductor material, like germanium and the silicon will be accessible very easily. It is easily can be accessible because the silicon is nothing but sand. So at the same time, we can say the cost is very less also. That is also one of the main important thing. Next thing is, we can say the another reason for to prefer the silicon for semiconductor material or to manufacturing different electronic component using the silicons. Like we can say the energy gap between, that is the energy gap is 0.7 electron volt. That is the energy gap is 0.7, or we can say the cut-in voltage or the potential barrier voltage. That is the energy gap, only can say nothing but 0.7 electron volt. Then, but what about for germanium? For germanium, it will be 0.2 electron volt, or sometimes you can say some other way, they may say 0.3 also. Next, the thermal pair generation is smaller in silicon. Next, we can say like a simple, the silicon will be easily found in nature than the germanium. Next, we can say the noise is less in components the made up of silicon than the germanium. Hence, the silicon will be used in the manufacture of many electronic components which are used to make different circuits for various purposes. The components have the individual properties and the particular uses. Now, first, initially, let us study like how we can formulate a diode. So, formulate the diode, or I can say the formulation of diode. I can say the formation of diode also we can say. Like example here, if p-type material, you see this is the p-type material, and the n-type materials are brought close to, in the sense this is the p-type individually having the one type, that is either p-type or n-type material, we cannot form any electronic device, simple device or component. Okay, so now to make do that, what you need to do, with the help of one we cannot do, you need to combine the both type of material. So now the p-type and the n-type materials are brought close together, then both of them join to form a junction. This is the junction here. See, this is the junction actually. It will form a junction as shown here. So this is the p-type, this will be n-type. So it connected over there. Now a p-type material, see here, the p-type material has majority carriers are holes and the minority carriers are electrons. Now n-type material, the majority carriers are electron, minority carriers are holes. So how it will be specified in this diagram lesson, we'll see like electrons here, the holes will be denoted as small holes will be there. So electrons will be there here like this. Okay. So now they can say the p-type is for p-type, the majority carrier is hole, the minority carrier is electron. For N type, the majority carriers are electron, the minority carriers are holes. Now we can say in the sense, or otherwise I can say in P type, the higher concentration is holes. The higher concentration, the lower concentration is, so we can say lower concentration means like this. I can say this is lower concentration. This is lower concentration, I'll say. So up to this here, higher concentration. This I'll say lower concentration. Here the higher concentration is electron, then the lower concentration is hole. So now next what will happen here, like as the opposite charges, because here hole positively in the sense higher concentration, or I can say majority carriers are holes, minority carriers are electron. Here majority carriers are electron and minority carriers are holes. Now what will happen, these two, as the opposite charges attract, that is the few holes in the P type tends to go towards the N side, and whereas in the N type actually the few electrons in the N type will tends to go, that is will move to the P side. So as both of them will travel towards the junction, see this is the junction, okay, towards the junction, and there exists a region where positive and negative ions are formed. See, this is the positive ion, this is the negative ion. See, this is negative ion, this is will be a positive ion. So like this it will be formed in very close to the junction. See here, this is junction, actually this is the junction, it will be formed. So it will be called as PN junction or junction barrier. This only we can call as junction barrier. Which one? This one only we can call as junction barrier. Now the formation of negative ions in the P side, because this is negative ion, right? The formation of the negative ions on P side and the positive ions on N side will result the formation of narrow charged region on either side of PN junction. Now we can see in this region, so like now the free from movable charge carriers, that is the ion present here have been stationary and maintain a region of space between them without any charge carrier. So like what will happen here, it will start to move, like a higher concentration will be moved to the lower concentration, it will recombine from here to, it will be recombined over there. I'm not applied any biasing over there, just this doing this, there's some diffusion processing will be happen over there. So now at this region, a barrier between the P and the N, this type material also called as this one, also called as, this is barrier junction. This is called as barrier junction. So now this has the another name also, that is nothing but depletion region. See this only. See this one. This only I can say it's a depletion region, or in practical if I say that depletion region will be formed as is nothing but a capacitor actually, because normally what the capacitor will, the capacitor will have the charges, that is what these are the charges here, like the negative charge and the positive charge ions, both will be accumulated in the layer, that layer only we can call as depletion layer. Now here we can operate the PN junction diode in three modes. Like one is nothing but we are going to apply it, that is the zero bias. One is nothing but a zero bias, or we can say no applied bias, that is V is equal to 0 volt. Second thing is we are applying in the forward bias. Forward bias, that is you have to connect the battery. Now we are going to next third one is reverse bias. So very important while writing the operation of PN junction diode, we are going to operate in three modes of operation. The one is zero bias, the second one is forward bias, the third one is reverse bias. First, let us study about zero bias. Zero bias first, okay? Zero bias. What is known as zero bias? V is equal to 0 volt. We are not applied any voltage between. Where we will apply the voltage, that we should know. That is at the instant. Like let me show the figure. Let me show a figure for zero bias. See here in this figure, you can see here, this is the PN junction diode, right? This is a P type, this is the N type. The P type, here we are having one black color, you can see. This is the semiconductor lead, actually. This is the semiconductor lead. Even this also semiconductor lead. Okay, this is semiconductor lead. So from here, we are connecting to the battery. So here we are not connected any battery here. That is VD is equal to 0. Now, what is VD? The VD is nothing but diode voltage. You may think, what is VD? It is a diode voltage. VD is nothing but diode voltage. See now here, this is here. One thing I want to say, the PN junction diode, it is a unidirectional device in the sense the current will flow only one direction. The current will not flow in both the direction, only one direction, that is forward direction only the current will flow. So here the voltage is VD, that is diode voltage. Then one more parameter we are having, that is nothing but ID, that is diode current. ID is nothing but a diode current. If there is no voltage applied, then what will be the current? The current also will be 0. That is, we can say the ID is equal to 0 milliampere. It's nothing but here we will say the current in terms of milliampere, because very less amount of current will flow. So now instead of the same, I am showing the diagram here. You can see this. We're not applying any bias. So this is the symbol of PN junction diodes here. This is a symbol. So you need to draw the ask exam. So you have to draw this symbol. This is a symbol. This will be a P. This is nothing but a N. You can say the N here. This P is nothing but it indicates what? It's an arrow mark. See, it's an arrow mark. This is a barrier actually. This is barrier. So now this is nothing but movement of current. Here it will, barrier means it will stop the current. Like that is the indication of this symbol here. Okay. So now first, as I said, the zero bias V is equal to 0 volt. So what is this? At the instant the two materials are joined, that is P material and N materials are joined, the electron and the holes in the region of the junction, see which is junction here, okay, in the junction will combine, so resulting in a back of free carriers in the region. See, the free carriers will be in the region near the junction. See, this is the junction. The free carriers is, these are the free carriers. See, this is the free carriers, they can say. This is free carriers, suppose. These are the electrons actually. Now, one more thing you can say, normally the holes are, normally I can say, like in the impurity price, the holes are, it is a acceptor, we can call it. It is an acceptor. Then electrons are normally called as donors. It can donate, right? So this is acceptor. Holes is acceptor means it is like nothing but a trivalent impurities. It's a trivalent impurity we need to add the p-type material. So for the electronic, we have to add the pentavalent impurity will be added in the electrons actually. So now here the region of uncovered, see here this one, which one? This one, the region of uncovered means this only. The region of uncovered positive and negative ions is called the depletion region due to the depletion of free carriers in the region that will deplete. So now all the negative charge carriers are accumulated in junction. Here all the positive charge carriers are accumulated in the this side of the junction. So now if the leads are connected to the end of the each material, then it's a two-terminal device. Normally, the PN junction is a two-terminal device. The one terminal is nothing we can call as P type. The another one is we can call as N type. Now we can say one more thing here. So as already we said, symbols and all we said. Now what we'll do, this is about the zero bias. I hope you might have got it. So in the zero bias, we can say simple, I can say zero bias not connected to. So the diode voltage is equal to 0 volt. Then the drain voltage will be is equal to 0. So it will form a depletion bias already. So now what we will do, let us study about the second. We have to apply a biasing. That is nothing but forward bias. So why we need the bias? You should think why we need a bias actually. If you want your device or electronic component should work perfectly, then you need to apply a proper biasing. Proper biasing in the sense connecting externally a DC supply voltage. Here we are going to connect a DC supply voltage across the diode to make perfect working actually. So what we'll do for that, for the forward bias conditions, it's very simple here. So what you have to do in the sense, we have to connect the P type of the material should be connected to positive type of the terminal, and the N type is connected to negative side of the terminal of the battery. See here, I show the diagram here. See here, this is the figure. From this you got it. What is this? From this I can say the P type is connected to positive side of the battery, then N type is connected to negative side of the battery. As what you are doing, you are going to apply a voltage, that is VD, that is a battery you are applying. Once if you apply, what will happen here, this is the P type, here is the P type, what you are having, this is positive, but here we are having here magnetic carriers are holes and magnetic carriers are electrons. So when you are having in this way, what will happen? It will move. It will start to move. The electrons, that is, the holes will start to move towards like this. The magnetic carriers will move. Okay, and at the stage same, the magnetic carriers will get here. The magnetic carriers will start to move. Here, the magnetic carriers will start to move. That is, this will be like we can say that is the drift, or I can say the current will move this way, right? Sorry, this is something, but the electrons will be moved from towards P to N type, then the current will flow from N to P side. That is what we can say. See, the majority of the electron holes will be move like this. It will get move in this way only. It will move. See, it will move like this. It will recombine and it will start to move like this. Then the holes, magnetic carrier holes will start to move over there. The magnetic carriers of electron will start to move over there. It will recombine, then form its charges. Then it will produce a current. The current will come as like here. See, this is I majority we are saying. This IS, nothing but your current saturation current, that is reverse actually. Now you are not talking about that. So it's nothing but the current will flow over there. See, ID. The current which is flowing over there, or I can say this is the current, this is your electric field. So there will be some amount of current will be there. So how we can say in the sense like we are connecting P type to positive side of the battery, N type to negative side of the battery. Do you think as soon as I connect the battery, the device will start to conduct? No, it won't start to conduct. Why? Because as you know, this is the barrier, correct? So if this is the barrier, we need to move from here to here in the sense, as you know, there will be something called as the barrier voltage or the threshold voltage or cut-in voltage for silicon is 0.7 volt. So now if I connect VD is equal to example, if I connect 5 volt in the sense, like initially if VD is equal to 0, initially VD is equal to 0. Okay. Initially VD is equal to 0. Just I will show like this in a graph. This is nothing but your VD. Now this will be nothing but your ID. Example I'm saying. Okay. Now if VD is equal to 0, what will be ID? So the applied voltage is 0. There will not be any current. So what I'll have, I'll get to this will be 0 only. Okay. Next, VD is equal to 0.1. Then also it won't conduct. When VD is equal to 0.2, then also device will not conduct, current will be 0. VD is equal to 0.5, then also the device will not conduct. Why? Because here the threshold voltage is, we said 0.7. What is meant by threshold voltage? Which is a minimum voltage to turn on your device or to make working of your device. So once your input voltage crosses this 0.7 volt, simple I can say VD is greater than or equal to VT, then your device starts to conduct. So now automatically I can say here, this is example you think this will be 0.7 volt. Until here, this will be 0. Okay. Next 0.8, 0.9. As the diode voltage gets increases, the amount of flow of current also will get increased. So we'll get that graph as like this will get. So as see, as the VD get increases, the current also will get increases. The ID in terms of milliampere. So now from this we can say when the external voltage is applied, this one is applied to a diode such that it cancels the potential barrier here and permits the flow of current. That is why we said. So it permits the flow of current is called forward bias. So when anode and the cathode, which one is anode? This is the anode. So that is why we can say here in symbol ways. See, this is the anode. This is anode. This is cathode. You see, this indicates the arrow mark is flow of current actually. This one is nothing but a barrier actually, right? Okay. So now it stopped. In the sense, the current will flow from this only. So this is a barrier gate. You think the current will not flow by this side because there is a barrier gate. So it will stop. It won't allow the current towards the reverse direction. So from this, I can say with the anode and the cathode are connected to positive and negative side of the battery or terminals respectively, the holes in the p type, this only the holes in the p type and the electrons in the n type tends to move across the junction and break the barrier. It start to break the barrier actually. There exists a free flow of current with this almost eliminating the barrier. This is the simple way I said in the analogy. The previous one analogy I said. What is analogy? If you are thinking a pipe, okay, you think one pipe actually. See, this is the pipe. Or just let me explain with the analogy so you may get clearly. So already as I given, See here, I'm showing the analogy for both. Okay, see this. I hope you can see this figure. See this. See, forward bias. The forward bias is nothing but a open door. It's like you can see this is the water actually. Okay, the water is nothing but, as you know, the amount of the voltage. So as you get increases, what will happen? Like it will pressure. It will press the water actually. Here we are having like kind of like this is you might have seen in your door the stop to just to close and open like this. The spring. This is like tied with the spring. This is nothing but a door actually. Okay. Initially it will be like this. Initially it will be like this initially. So now what happened when you give the pressure it gets more, this is like a barrier actually. What happened is try to the spring will get move over there, then start to move. This is what the forward actually. But this is what we can say the analogy how we can connect this with the PN junction diode. The reverse bias means the diode voltage should be less than 0 volt. That is nothing but reverse bias. See, this is the figure. You can see from this figure what happened, what we did here actually. Just we connected the this is sorry, this is N type, this is P type. Sorry, okay. There's a confusion. Compared to the previous, what we done? Just we reverse the polarity. The P type is connected to negative terminal of the battery. The N type is connected to positive terminal of the battery. So when I giving opposite, so what will happen here? This is negative. Here positively charged, that is a negative. See this is negative. Okay, this is positive. But here P type we are having the majority carriers are holes actually. So holes will be like a negative only in the sense. So what will happen? Both will get ripples actually. So automatically what will happen? So the opposite poles at the same side. What will happen? This will get ripples each other both the sides. So here this like holes, the majority carriers or holes will move. This will be just it attract, it rejects. Even though here also it will get reject. When reject, what will happen? We see that these are the negative ions will move towards this end. Here the positive ions will move towards this end. If both are, if it is moving, what will happen automatically? Earlier we may have the depletion region was this much size. When it is moving, the depletion region also will get wider. So from this very easily I can say during the reverse bias condition, the size of the depletion width, or I can say the depletion width will get increased. But what about the current? When reverse bias applied, if both are is get rejected in this way, then there will not be any flow of current. So at that time, what will happen? Then ID will be is equal to 0. But you may think there will not be any current. There will be a current. Actually, this is theoretical. I'm saying 0 actually, but practically it is not 0. Practically, what will happen? There will be some amount of current will flow in a reverse way. That only we are called as, that is called as reverse current or saturation current they may call. So that current will be in terms of normally nano ampere or pico ampere. So that pico ampere, if I say, it won't be view that much. It's very small. Simple example, if I want to say this example in the sense like you are having your own laptop. So if you're having the laptop, when you are going to you connect you just to charge your battery fully in your laptop. After that, what you do, you are not going to use your laptop for around 2 months or 3 months. Okay, you might have powered off properly everything you did, you kept separately. Then what will happen after 3 months? You come and open your laptop. So you may think the laptop will switch on. No, the laptop will not be turned on. So what will happen at that time? Your battery will be completely drained. You may think you might have not used the laptop, but even though how the battery is drained, the reason is there will be a small amount of the reverse, the leakage current, that is called leakage current will be there, reverse current will be there, that will be slowly, it will get drained. When it is drained, automatically what will happen, your complete battery will be drained. That is what here, that is very small amount only, it will get leak. So that is one of the things we can do. This only here also we are saying. So that is nothing but your reverse bias. So in this reverse bias, we can say what will happen. So here, reverse bias, this is simple. I said VD is less than 0 means we are applying the negative voltage. Less than 0 in the sense we may apply minus 0.1 or minus 0.2. Then at that time, how it will be in the sense your this one your will be, this is your VD, right? This is the VD, that is negative VD. This will be your current, positive current. So this will be your negative current. So now you see in the forward bias, actually this is nothing but your VD, right? So what happened? We got the graph as like this. You remember this? We got. But during the reverse bias, what will happen? The ID is equal to 0, VD is equal to 0, ID is 0. Okay, that is fine. But when it goes minus 0.1, minus 0.2, and it goes, what will happen? It will come like this. And after particular point, it will be down. Just it will reverse saturate the current here. So this will be the characteristics you will get. So later we study about in detail about this. So from this we studied so totally 3 biasing condition: forward bias, reverse bias, and this one. So I hope this one is clear for you. Is there any doubt still here? Is there any doubt? If there is no doubt, then this is all about today's class. Let us study the next concept in the next class. Thank you.